What's going on, YouTube? This is your guy, Sealz, the man, and I'm glad to be back. You know what? I'm going to give you the title first. The title of this video is, You Shouldn't Get Him Until You Get Her. You're probably wondering, Sealz, once again, what are you talking about, man? Well, I'm going to tell you in a little bit. But first, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, join this conversation. Tell me what you think. And if you ever experienced this yourself, if you have an Instagram page, please follow me at Sealz the Man on all platforms. And if you ever want to buy me a coffee, I prefer black tea. Either one's good for me. To get me through the day, help me out. You can go on the link in the description below and buy me a coffee, and you can do that. Appreciate all y'all. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to the video. And this video is going to be a positive reminder from Sealz the Man to you. And to be real with you, like, these are my favorite videos, the self-improvement videos. And if you haven't, you should go to the playlist, my Level Up playlist, where I just do nothing but try to motivate you, try to help you improve your lives, and straight no chase. You'll enjoy that. But the reason why I like these type of videos is because you won't get the things you desire and pray for and hope for in life until you fix yourself, until you figure out your foundation, until you figure out who you are. And a lot of times when you figure out who you are, you realize those things that you used to want don't even matter now, because your value has increased. Your self-awareness has increased. And once those things increase, your blessings increase as well. But based on a lot of the questions I get from a lot of my subscribers and followers and supporters, it's about men. Trust me, I understand. Being in a relationship is very important. Trying to get married, and have kids and finding the right person. I understand all of that. Trust me, because I want that too, but one thing I want you to remember is the relationship, the most important relationship on this earth is the relationship you have with yourself. And this is why I say this. If you don't know yourself, then you don't know what you truly deserve. You don't know what you truly want. And you don't know if those things you want are truly for you. So just think about it. I like to make things as plain as possible, or as relatable as possible, right? Say, for instance, you're an unhealthy eater, right? So you think you want another burger. You think you want more junk food. You think you need these things because your appetite is calling for it, right? But once you figure out, it is better to be healthy. Once you figure out that your priority should be yourself, and that you should try to live as long as possible, and that you should create a healthy role model for your kids and your students. Once you discover yourself, once you find out yourself, you'll realize that those things you used to want, those burgers you used to want, those potato chips, those fried foods that you used to want, is no longer wanted, because you figured out the most important thing, the most important factor in this equation, which is you. But notice how those are two different people, but they are the same person. They are you. Compare yourself today to the person you were 10 years ago, or the person you were 20 years ago. They are two different people, but they are exactly who you are. You wouldn't want the same things you wanted 20 years ago. Not even 10 years ago, not even 5 years ago. It is because maturity happens, growth happens. But there are situations where people stay in this infant mindset forever sometimes. And that's why you have a lot of grown children, a lot of adult-sized children out here, because their mentality doesn't grow. Their spirit doesn't develop. They're thinking the same things they used to think 20 years ago. So those same things from 20 years ago matter to them till this day. There is no growth. And the main reason for that is because they have no healthy relationship with themselves. So tell Sealz, the things you want today, the things you are hungry for today, the things you desire and pray for today, are they really good for you? Is that really what you need? Put aside the lust, put aside the ego, put aside people's opinions. It is just me and you. You know what? Take me out the room. Talk to yourself right now. Things that you really need. Are these things that are essential and important and good for you? Be honest. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, so if your answer is honestly no, then now we can work on it. So what we need to do first is marry ourselves. Get into a relationship with ourselves. Before we even get into a relationship, date ourselves. Because what? Dating is what? Dating is finding out about the target. Finding out about the person. So in this situation, the target is you. It's funny to say, right? It's funny listening to it out loud, in words, right? Because what? Dating myself? Yeah, you need to scout yourself. You need to find information on yourself. You need to discover yourself. You need to create that self-awareness. Who are you? And that is a question a lot of us need to ask ourselves. Who are we? And if you don't know the answer to that, then you need to jump on this train with me. Let's find ourselves. Forget about finding a man. Forget about finding a good man. Forget about marriages. Forget about all of that. Who are you? Because you can't have a healthy relationship with anybody until you find you and you marry you and you date you and you get in a relationship with yourself. You got to become the answer to that question. Who are you? And there's another sneaky benefit to knowing yourself. Let me break it down to you. When you know yourself, when you're honest with yourself, and when you are true to self, you begin to live for self positively. And I'm not talking about in a selfish way. You begin to prioritize yourself first. And when you do all of these things, right, you begin to deflect and block and cast off everyone and everything who are against you, who aren't for you. Sealz like to make things practical. I love my analogies, right? So this is it. So we all know water and oil doesn't mix, right? So when you know you are water, you will not try to force yourself into oil because oil isn't for you. Y'all ain't gonna never get together. Y'all will never become a union. Y'all will never match. Because you know who you are. You are water. You know that oil is against you. But if you don't know that you're water, you'll probably think you're oil. And you're going to always try to be oil. And then oil is just going to be like avoiding you and going against you and resisting you. I hope you like that analogy. I hope you understand it visually. Just close your eyes if you didn't and just think about water and oil and how it always separates. But if it did make sense, then you understand me. You can only detect things that are for you and things that are against you if you know yourself. So let's bring it to the real world. When you know yourself, you will not try to put yourself in a crowd of people that are snakes or that are bad-willed or that are not like you. Because that's another problem that, a lot of us have is that we try to become friends with people who are against us, who don't like us. But because we need to fill the void of friendship, because we feel like we need friends, we will force friendships. That is insane. Stop it. But the best way to stop it is to get yourself first. Become your own best friend first. And when you become your own best friend, you will attract those same friends. Energy attracts energy. Positive energy combines with positive energy. And the thing about positive energy is that it also attracts negative energy, but it will never fuse. It will never come to one with negative energy because they are not the same. They are totally different. They are polar opposites. And the problem with a lot of us is that we are trying to become friends and adversaries with polar opposites. You're going to keep forcing things that aren't supposed to be together, and you're going to create damage to yourself. You're going to get yourself hurt. Pay attention to resistance. That is a big sign that that thing or person is not for you. But once again, once you know yourself, you'll already know that before it even starts. You'll see it from a mile away. You'll know how to get away from it. You'll know how to avoid it. You'll know how to work the room. You'll know what you deserve when you become deserving of yourself. So one thing tonight I want y'all to do is make a promise to yourself that you are your priority first. You can't take care of your kids. You can't take care of your husband. You can't take care of no one until you take care of yourself. Become one with self and respect yourself. Make yourself number one. And I'm not telling you to be conceited. I'm not telling you to be selfish. You know I'm not about that. But you know what I'm talking about. Marry yourself. Get in a relationship with self. Get to know yourself. find yourself, discover yourself. And once you do all these things, so many things will happen for you. Because once you find self, you open the door to like-mindedness. You open the door to blessings. You open the door to everything you deserve, to the point where you don't have to ask or keep asking or keep fighting for those things you used to want. They're going to just come to you if they are right for you. So this is your guy, Sealz, man. I hope I was able to, help a little bit. Hopefully I was able to put a smile on your face or even drop a tear for you. Because sometimes the truth can be real and it can be hard and it can be tough. But as we go along in this journey to self-improvement, just know that Sealz got you, because I'm learning myself. Peace and blessings to y'all, and y'all make sure y'all have a good night, and make sure you marry yourself, protect yourself, become your best friend, and everything will happen for you. All right? Take care of yourself. Bye.